Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to see what we can get out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper. So I printed this, I purchased this digital from Cheryl Francis Art, and I printed one out and it came out on cardstock. It's a 110 index, and I thought, how many different things can I get out of this? If you just had a sheet of paper, just one sheet, what could you get out of it? So I pulled a piece of coffee dyed paper, and my journals are normally an 8.5 by 11 folded in half. This is normally what my journals look like. I don't know what's going on with this paper. Anyways, so I thought, what can I get out of this? So I kind of did some measurements and I thought, if I'm trying to figure out how I can break this up to get different pieces. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our cutter, and I'm going to cut this at 5.25 inches. Now 5.5 is, 5.5 is half of that, but I want 5.25. So I'm going to turn it this way. I want 5.25 this way, I think. There's 6, there's 5.25. So if I cut it at 5.25, that's this piece here. And I cut and I cut this at, let's do 3 inches. So if I go this way, I'm trying to get this right here. So if I go 3 inches, this will give me a tag, right? So let's go ahead and cut this so I remember that this is a tag. And all I did was cut that off, then I flipped it over and I'm cutting this side. Okay, so we got a tag. And then this should be, let's see, if I do another 3-inch, I should be able to get a pocket. So let's do it this way. Let's do 3 inches this way. This will give me a pocket like at the bottom of your page like this. So let's get our, I'm going to make a little thumb notch in there so I'll remember this is a pocket. Yeah, this is right side up. So I'm going to just kind of guess where the middle is and make a thing. So now we have a tag and a pocket. And then the last piece, where am I? Where's the last piece? Oh, right here. So this last piece I thought could be a belly band. So perfect. Okay. Then out of this piece here, I'm thinking I should be able to get a could I get a belly band this way? Okay, let's do, if I do 3.25, there's 3.25. Let's do it this way. 3.25. I want this way. Okay. 3.25. That should give us a belly band this way, right? And then this one, if we divide this into, if I make this 3 1/4, yes. Okay, then this, if I cut this diagonal, that will give us 2 little tucks, right? And this would give us a journaling card. So let's see how that would work on our page. If we had a belly band here, I'm going to go ahead and put this together like we're actually doing it. But actually, I want to just trim this a hair. I don't like my belly bands being exactly the length of my page. I like them to be just a hair smaller, and I like it this direction or this direction. I think I like it this direction. So I'm going to just put a little glue here at the top, and I'm going to put a little glue here at the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and put that on this page like a belly band. Love it. Okay, and then we have a tag. You have a belly band here, a belly band there, pocket, and 2 corner tucks. Let's put a corner tuck here. I think that'll work. I think I need to get another piece of paper. Just a minute. And you know me, I love craft. So let's do craft. I just don't want to put everything on one sheet. So let's see what we can do with this. We can put a corner tuck right here. And I don't put anything right to the edge. I keep it just inside the edge. Okay, and then let's put this right here. Okay, this is our horizontal belly band. Might need to get another sheet of paper. I think we put our horizontal belly band right here. Okay, so we have a little corner tuck there. We have a horizontal belly band, journaling card. We could put another corner tuck right here. I think would look really cute. And then we still have room for a pocket. So actually, what if we put our pocket right here? But this shows you how many different things you can get out of one sheet to go in a journal. So if you get a digital kit or you have scrapbooking paper where you have just a couple of sheets, you can really do a lot with them. Okay. So we've got a corner tuck here. Let's put our other corner tuck right back here. How about that? Then I'll put these aside, and when I go to make a journal with this digital kit, I will have these pages already. So we got a tag, we got a corner tuck and a tag. We got a horizontal belly band and a journaling card. We got a bottom pocket. We got a vertical belly band, and we got another tuck, all out of one sheet. Pretty cool, huh? So let's, I don't want to decorate these yet or do anything more with them because I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but let's pull 2 more sheets and let's see if we have, see what I have for an odd piece of scrapbook paper. Okay, I have this paper. This is not on cardstock, it's just on paper. So we may need to back some of these pieces, right? So not all of them though, because some of them we're gonna go right down on the bottom. Okay, so let's cut it first. So the first thing we want to do is cut at 5 1/4, and I'll get the same pieces out of this one and see how we do. So if we go 5 1/4, oh, this looks like there's 2 pieces here. Ooh, look at there. Well, I kind of like that, but let's hold that one. Okay, so this is, we want to do 5 1/4. That's this piece here. And at 5 1/4, we want to do 2 1/2 for a horizontal belly band. So if we do 2 1/2, okay, and then this should give us 3 and 3. See if this is 6 inches. Yes. So this should give us 3 and 3. And one is going to be a pocket and one is going to be a tag. So the pocket, we can actually just back on like coffee dyed paper, or not coffee dyed paper, but like our glue paper, our glue sheet. Let me move the cutter out of the way. I want to get it backed so I can put the thumb notch in it so we don't lose track of what we're doing. So this will be our pocket. And I might sew around this one because it's just paper. And that'll just make it a little thicker. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little glue here to hold it together. And we're going to go ahead and cut our thumb notch in there. And I'm just guessing about halfway this way. Okay. Okay. So we've got, this is our belly band, but I want to make it a little firmer because this is just a copy paper that this is printed on. So let's go ahead and back this one as well. And our tag, we're going to want to use, back it with something that we can write on, like coffee dyed cardstock or something like that. So I'm going to pull my cardstock down and we will see. This one I want to go ahead and glue. So, and this will be our, this is our pocket. This is our belly band. I'm going to sew around both of those. Okay. And then our tag, let me see what I have for, this is my cardstock bundle. Oh my goodness. Oh, look what we have here. That would work, but I think, oh, not wide enough. I'm looking to see if I have something that would be wide enough that's off weight. This looks like it's a piece of watercolor paper, so it's very thick. And these pieces are not, oh, this one's wide enough. Yes, this is a piece of a folder. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on there. This will be our tag. This is a piece of a manila folder. It's got pencil lines on it, so I used it for something. Okay. Perfect. And this is enough. It's cardstock, so it'll firm up the tag, and it's manila, so it's good to write on. And then we're going to cut our corners. Okay, then we have our tag. We need to get our other sheet of paper out here. This is what we had left. And from what we had left, we should be able to get a belly band, and this would be like 2.5 inches. So let me get my cutter. And we want a 2.5 inch vertical belly band. And this is going to need to be backed as well. So if it's 2.5 inches, I might have okay, I have a glue page here. That I can use. Oh, and we want to cut it down just a smidge so it doesn't go all the way to the top of our page. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat. I'll try to edit out all my like that. Okay. Okay, and I want to go ahead and glue this just to hold it so I can sew around it. Well, the holidays are upon us. Oh, I want to save this one. I don't need to save any of that, but I do need to save that piece. And I need to get these cards out to my great grandkids, my great nieces and nephews. Okay, so this will be our vertical belly band. And out of this one, we're going to end up with a journaling card. And this is, I think this is 3 1/4. Yeah, 3 1/4. So I want, in order to make corner tucks, I need this to be 3 1/4 as well, because it needs to be square. And then this will be our journaling card, and we need to back these as well. The journaling card, however, needs to be backed like our tag, but this one does not. So, but I need a little wider piece. And I have this piece of paper that I got in the mail, I suppose would work. That would give it a little more substance. So I'm going to fold this in half. Then I'm going to glue that on there. Yep. Wow, I'm making glue all over the place here. Okay. If I folded it there, I'm going to put this right up against this edge, and then I don't have to trim it. There. We'll go ahead and glue this. Anyways, I used Joey Card Maker's little pink cards. He did 100 cards with this digital. I did 7, and it was all I could handle. Okay, this is a little wet glue, so I don't know if I can put it on my cutter and cut it without it ripping. So we want to line our corner and our corner like this. Oh, it worked. Perfect. And that'll give us our 2 tucks. So let me get a piece of coffee dyed paper and a piece of craft paper like we did here. Okay, actually, this is not coffee dyed, but I don't know if you can see it. It's on ivory paper. It's a 60-pound, and it has little specks in it, like brown specks. So that, I think that would be perfect. So I'm going to use that and a piece of craft. And these will be good starts for a couple of journals, huh? Okay, let's clear this mess off. And I want to go over to my, this is the journaling card, so we have to back this. Let's see what we have here. I have gray. I have green. Green would be kind of pretty because it's got green in it, huh? Let's see if we have another piece of something that's more manila or something, which I don't see. But, oh wait. Well, this is a pocket I want to use. But I do have these pieces of cardstock that were colors that I would not use, and papers that we could I think that would work. Is there a lighter, or are these all like white? Oh yeah, those are all white back, so let's not use that, but we can use this one here. Dark glue stick. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on, get it cut out, and then I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and, excuse me, sew the pieces. Remember, this piece that I cut out was just paper, so I had to back it. Whereas the other piece, the first one we did, was cardstock already, so I didn't have to back everything. So I'm going to need to sew these. I feel like I wasn't real careful about gluing them real well. So where's my scissors? So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and sew these. And then I will be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with all our pieces sewn. And I thought I would just try to kind of put them together in our pages like we did the other one. So the other one, I actually put this on the outside. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just kind of replicate what we did just to show you. Just one sheet of paper is all you need to get all of these different pieces of ephemera. So the first one is we put a little pocket right here. So I'm going to do that. I'm using Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. You could use just anything that holds. Bookbinding glue works well. Art glitter glue works well. And again, I don't put anything right to the edge. And let's see, I stuck our little tag in there. I mean, we could put anything in there. So let's stick the tag in. Let's turn our page and see what we have here. On the next page, we went ahead and put our belly band. Let me pull that in. That's this one here. And this we just glued down either side. That was a long break when I went to sew them. Then my girlfriend called me from Wisconsin, and we chatted for a while, so it was nice. It was just seconds for you, or a second, but it was almost an hour I was gone. Okay, so we've got our belly band on, and we stuck our journaling card in there. So I will do that as well. And we're not decorating anything because I don't know what journal these are going to go in. Okay, and then I hope I'm in camera, let me see. Yeah, so if we turn the page, we put our pocket down here on the bottom. So I'm going to take our pocket and we'll put that right down here. It's chilly here today. Like, I don't know, I didn't check the temperature, but it was like I need a sweater. I got my slippers on in the house because it is chilly dog. Okay, and then you turn the page and we have our belly band right here, our vertical belly band. I can't wait to decorate these. And I will put these when I'm done. I have a little box that has pages in it where if I pre-make pages for some reason, I put them in that box. And then when I go to make a journal, I pull from there. Like if I need an extra page or two, or I look through there to see if anything would fit in the journal that I'm working in, I use those pages. So that's where these will go. And then on the back, we put um, our other little corner. So let's do that. And I'm just going to hold it for a little bit. This glue does uh, work pretty fast, but you do have to hold it for a second. Okay, so let's turn it over and we'll see what we did. This is from one sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper. You get, well, we had two of them, but out of one sheet, you get a corner tuck and a tag, a horizontal belly band and a journaling card, a pocket, a belly band, and another tuck, all out of one sheet. So we did the same with this sheet here. So there you go. So if you end up with one sheet of paper and you want to know all the different things you can do, you can decorate 2 pages or more with that one sheet of paper. So I hope you enjoyed this. These will go in my page box. And I want to thank my subscribers, past, present, and future. I really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up. That's a like. It helps my channel grow. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.